So our next match is women's singles, which gives us an opportunity to look at the Destination Dubai rankings at the moment. And Carolina Marin, having won her third title in Sydney this year, in just 4 Super Series tournaments, consolidated her place at #1. Saina Nehwal, having lost in the quarterfinal, she was the defending champion. She stays at #2, but Wang Shexiang leapfrogged from 5 up to #2 and replaced Ratchanok Intanon, the former world champion. They swapped places at 3 and 5. Sung Ji Hyung, she also had a good Australian Open and therefore moved up 2 places from #10. She was a semi-finalist. So our next match involves the player who went down 2 places and now #5, Ratchanok Intanon. She's up against Lindaweni Fanetri. So the women's singles, this is the first of the quarterfinals we're about to watch. You can see in the bottom half of the draw there, Ratchanok against the qualifier Lindaweni Fanetri. Of course, Ratchanok was a beaten finalist last year. Saina Nehwal still in. She's always loved playing this tournament. She was in 4 consecutive finals. Saina Nehwal having won the title 3 times. We also got in the mix there the 2011 winner, Wang Yihan. She was in the top half of the draw, but the big news from yesterday was that the 2-time defending champion and the Olympic champion, Li Shuirui, was beaten by Akane Yamaguchi. So to our match, and it is last year's beaten finalist, the former world champion and #6 seed this year, Ratchanok Intanon of Thailand, up against the qualifier, Lindaweni Fanetri. Oh, what a delightful return to form by the Indonesian. Ratchanok Intanon a year ago lost out to the Olympic champion Li Shuirui in the final, having beaten Wang Shexiang in a marathon semi-final. 1 hour and 23 minutes it was. So making her 4th appearance here, the 20-year-old from Thailand. And here, Lindaweni Fanetri, the 25-year-old from Jakarta. Well, this is her first ever quarter-final at her home event. She reached the last 16 back in 2010 as a qualifier and lost out that match to Eriko Hiroshi, who went on to reach the semi-final. Hiroshi, who retired at the end of last year, and we all wish her well. She was a wonderful player on the World Tour, Hiroshi. So our umpire for this one, Elaine Kong from the United States of America. Rushale is our service judge from India. Well, I say a welcome return to form, and I really do mean that for Lindaweni Fanetri. No doubting this young lady, although she has gone down in the world ranking this week, down 1 place to #6. Did spend a total of 16 weeks as world #2. Semi-final last year, I think, took its toll for her performance in the final when she lost a year ago. But a win-loss record for the year, 2 finals from 6 tournaments, won the Asian Championships, a beaten finalist at the India Super Series, where she'd beaten the world champion Carolina Marin in the semi-final stage, lost out in the final to Saina Nehwal. Well, both of her matches so far in 2 straight games, Pei Po from Chinese Taipei in the first round, and then teammate Busanan Ongbangarangpan of Thailand, 16 and 19. I got a little glimpse of that, and I saw some wonderful rallies in that second round match with Ratchanok against Busanan. So to her opponent and the qualifier, Lindaweni Fanetri, a 25-year-old from Jakarta, has been in a Super Series semi-final before. That was 2 years ago in Singapore. But her world ranking has gone down to 36. She has been as high as 11. 7 weeks as 11 in June 2 years ago. And her win-loss record for the year, that's disappointing by her own high standards. Because when you think that she's been a quarter-finalist at the All England Championships 2 years ago, lost out to Tina Bown. That was her last ever tournament, wasn't it? But she's come through the qualifying. Tough second qualifying match against Lydia Chia of Malaysia. And then in the first round of the main draw, beat Michelle Lee, who of course had beaten the world champion Carolina Marin in the Sudirman Cup campaign. In the second round, she disposed of the number 4 seed, Tai Su Ying. Had to save a game point at 19-20 in that second game before winning it 22-20. Incidentally, she'd been 12-18 down in that second game and 15-19 down, so showed real fighting spirit yesterday. Lindaweni Fanetri. I remember at the All England, I'm sure you do too, Steen, 2 years ago with Fanetri, losing to Tina Bown, her last ever tournament. Well, that's ominous for home fans, isn't it? This is the 4th meeting. And the Indonesian player never having beaten her opponent. The Singapore Open was earlier this year. Doesn't say, but it was 2015, as we look at our court officials. And the reason I mentioned that All England, Steen, is because in the very first round of the All England 2 years ago, Fanetri actually beat the number 3 seed, Wang Yi Han, and then went on to reach the quarterfinal, first Indonesian women's singles quarterfinalist since Mia Ordina.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's been very good,
yeah.
and I don't understand why the lack of form in recent months, but it's great to see her back.
It could be injuries. She's been very up and down the way I remember her. And yeah, we saw that she lost the last meeting against Ratchanok with 10 and 15, but she of course should take comfort in the win yesterday against Tai Su Ying, which is a very, very good win.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Ratchanok, Intanon, Thailand. On my left, Lindaweni, Fanetri, Indonesia. Ratchanok, Intanon to serve, love all, play.
So the former world champion nearest to us, number 6 seed, Ratchanok, Intanon. The qualifier.
What a bandage she got on that right knee.
Yeah.
Ratchanok. Very few occasions where there's not some sort of taping on her legs. Oh, fantastic.
Yes, that's a lovely, lovely shot. Oh, we talk endlessly about the stroke production of Ratchanok Intanon, don't we? It's just so delightful to watch. An easy, relaxed hitting motion.
Yeah. In my opinion, there's no doubt that she's the most skillful women's singles player. I have the same sort of thing with her as with Lee Chong-wei, that I think that she sometimes uses her weapons and her really, really good movement in a little bit of a negative way, sort of to play a little bit lackluster and sort of anyway keep up.
Challenges in. Out.
Crikey, it's early for a challenge, isn't it? Well, I thought that was a good call. I fear that's a wasted challenge. Yeah, it is a wasted challenge.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 1 love.
I don't know if there's a statistic somewhere of how players are doing with their challenges, but it could be interesting.
Yes. hate to say it, but I think that Ratchanok's percentage of correct challenges will be very small.
I have a feeling the same way.
Mind you, in tennis, Roger Federer's challenge record is woeful.
Okay.
Most of the time gets it wrong. Maybe I've been a little strong to say woeful, but he's not good on the challenges. And he's undoubtedly the best tennis player there's ever been.
3, 2.
It's gone long.
4, 2.
It's a little bit too much fired up, Lindaweni.
It's going wide. Yeah.
5, 2.
Well, I can't help but think for the home player, Steen, that the accumulation of results and matches so far, 4 matches as opposed to her opponent's only 2 matches, whether that's going to the accumulation of the tiredness and so on getting through, and the emotional energy as well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing a player that's so light-footed as Ratchanok is, and has so many different kinds of shots from all positions, you tend to get to work really hard. And that should somehow outweigh the extra court time that she's got. Because that's, of course, the advantage of it, that she's more used to playing in the hall.
Now, I've already mentioned that in the All England, Fanetri beat Wang Yihan, and I've already mentioned that she's reached a semi-final of a Super Series event, the Singapore in 2013. And in the quarter-final of that Singapore event, she beat Saina Nehwal. So, you know, if you're playing against and beaten 2 players who either beforehand or since have been world #1, you've got to be a classy player.
Yeah. Yeah. She's definitely a dangerous player to meet, but she's not really been able to put it all together for a whole tournament.
No. Oh, that's landed in. Yeah, I sense that the qualifier, Lindaweni Fanetri, has really settled now. Yeah, too deep into that forehand corner of Fanetri.
Service over. 8-5.
That time the judgment was good.
Yeah. She's made quite a few mistakes. I think 3 I've counted on that corner, Fanetri.
Oh,
Hey.
look at that. That is just an
10-5.
amazing shot.
There's another challenge here, and I think it's wrong again.
Ratchanok challenges out.
I hope I'm mistaken this time, so that she's not out of challenges already.
Yeah, I'm all for more challenges per match. I'd like to see at least 2 per game.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
out.
it was out.
I mean, it's about time she starts trusting the linesman, because she seems to be wrong every time.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Well,
No challenges
that's it.
remaining. Service over. 6-10.
Oh, what a backhand. Oh, and again. Oh, good rally.
7-10.
2 extraordinary backhands in that rally from Ratchanok Intanon. Look at that, full pirouette. And then, well, I don't know how to describe that one. Amazing. Look at that.
Service over. 11-7. Interval.
So a 4-point advantage at the mid-game interval for last year's beaten finalist.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
I had a chance to see Ratchanok practice during the All England, and I thought she looked really, really in good shape, but didn't manage to sort of convert
11,
into
7,
results.
Play.
Yeah, lost in the quarter-final to Sun Yu, didn't she, at the All England?
And I feel she's simply superior technical-wise to all the other players, and she's quite fast as well.
12,
I think
7.
she should win more than she does.
I agree. And I was talking to Ian Wright during the Malaysian Open earlier this year, and I said that she, after winning the world title, she seemed to lack urgency. in her style of play.
Yeah.
You know, of course, she's always been delightful, but when she had the opportunity and she won that world title, she had put the shuttle away.
Yeah.
And she seemed to go a little bit too passive to me.
She's toying a little bit with her opponents at sometimes, but then it very often becomes too much when a more effective player is playing against her. And
13, 7.
I'm with you. I agree wholeheartedly.
And I also noticed yesterday, the match against Busanan, that there were actually coaching going on there. The two Thai players, even though they played each other, they had one coach each.
Yes, it's a bit of a strange setup. There's very few players who are with the national setup. And certainly Ratchanok plays out of her club with her own coach. But that is unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the world stage.
With Busanan was coached by the normal, the one I think of as national coach, Udon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
what
at
a beautiful shot. And I mean, it's not like Lindaweni Fanetri isn't playing well.
No.
She's actually doing perhaps not her very best, but then she's still doing fine.
But you see, what do you do? What do you do as an opponent when somebody hits a shot like that?
Yeah.
Well, I would have been like Bambi on ice. I wouldn't have known which direction to go.
I don't think you can do anything about that shot. You just have to say congratulations.
Yeah.
It's the other shots leading up to that one you have to consider. There's it again.
Oh, goodness. Unbelievable. Six straight points. It was 10-7. Well, the fans certainly trying to get behind Fanetri, chanting her name. Oh, look at that.
17-7.
Yeah.
Too flat with the clear.
18-7.
Well, I'd love to know what Ratchanok's coach said. She's won every point since the mid-game interval.
He probably said, don't challenge. Yeah, but it's actually beautiful for us that that she is not afraid to sort of use all the skills that she has.
Yeah, there's another
Makes it
delightful backhand.
7.
Yeah, when Ratchanok Intanon is in full flow, as she is right now at the moment, I think she takes sport to the artistic level as well.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, finds the line. That is utterly brilliant.
20
10 straight
game point,
points
7.
for 13 game points. Yeah,
Game.
11 straight points.
First game
I had
won
no
by
idea where that
Ratchanok
shot was coming.
Intanon.
No.
That was the only place I didn't guess.
21-7.
Well, that is just phenomenal, isn't it? And what a joy, as you say, Steen, for us to sit and watch a player who's in the zone like that. Makes it look beautiful. Not only winning shots and great skills. And that's a rarity in sport. That's a very precious gift to be able to do that. 21-7, 17 minutes.
And she won all the points after the break.
Yep. Okay, with your very, very experienced coaching hat on, what on earth would you say to Fanetri right now? I mean, your opponent has just appeared to hit winners at will.
Yeah. I think she needs to put more pressure on her. And the thing is, will she be able to do that physically? Try to put pressure on her with body smashes in order not to sort of get counter-attacked.
20 seconds.
But it's very difficult here. She also plays with the drift, so it should help the attack a little bit. So that's pretty much the idea, and then go for the 50-50 shots. Go for the net shots. If Ratchanok plays the net, try to play it as close as possible back. Might end up in a big defeat, but could also score her some points.
Missed it.
Service over. 1 love.
She's human after all.
We actually have one of Lindaweni Fanetri's countrymen sitting up here next to us as Susi Susanti is doing commentary for the Indonesian TV.
Yeah, first ever Olympic champion, of course. Susi Susanti, this is a good rally, isn't it?
Service over. 1 all.
Not only former Olympic champion, 5-time winner of this event, Susi Susanti.
And there's actually a lot of the movement of Ratchanok Intanon that reminds me a little bit about Susi Susanti.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That light-footedness.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem with doing that pirouette on the backhand. Slower to get back to the base position.
2 1.
Here we go. Yeah. Need an extra step then, don't you? Yeah, it's well worked from Fanetri. No, it's a pity.
Service over. 2 all.
Done well in that rally, Fanetri.
I got a little bit confused, Jill, because I was watching in the other court where one of the latest doubles players changed her racket in the middle of the rally and accidentally got her towel back with her on court, but managed to get the towel out and still win the rally. And that was quite a
Good gracious.
amusing situation. The problem is not the power of the smash. The problem is that it could come in any corner, actually. You can't
From
judge.
Ratchanok.
Yeah, from Ratchanok. You can't judge what kind of shot she's making.
Oh, that's going wide. It's gone with the drift. That sideways drift we were telling you about. Oh, there's the body smash she wanted.
Yeah.
Yep, and it was good too, wasn't it? And she was unable to follow up on it. Oh, that's lovely. It's a good rally. Yeah, well played. Yeah, again, you know, she's in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
She looked to be on balance, as though she had a little wobble afterwards, you know, and that's the sort of shot you have to put pressure on your opponents.
Yeah.
That's the pressure you were talking about.
Yeah, and it's so difficult because it's a totally different playing style from what especially the female players are used to.
Yeah.
So in women's singles, you're normally used to using the corners, move your opponent around, but if Lindaweni Fanetri does that here, she's at a big disadvantage, so she sort of has to try to eliminate that. It would be best for her to play a flat game, standing on the middle of the court, both of the players exchanging flat rallies. That would probably be her best chance of winning this match. We saw it a little bit in the first mixed doubles. It was the second match of the day, where Natsir and Ahmad were quite successful in sort of taking the pace out of the game in the second game, beating Liu Chang and Bao Yixin. It's a much tougher task in singles. Good.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Service over. 7.
Thought it was good effort from Lindaweni Fanetri, but Ratchanok was patient and kept it in. Oh, beautiful shot again.
You know, ever since you made that comment about, well, we're looking at Fanetri at the moment, you made a comment about Ratchanok Intanon's movement in comparison to Susie Susanti. I've been watching that intently. You're absolutely right. It's that lightness of foot, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Susie, perhaps that's the way I recall it, was even faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was.
And playing a more patient, defensive playing style, but it seems like it's no effort to move whatsoever.
It's going wide. Oh, she's taken it.
Yeah.
Service over. 5-9.
Oh, that's a vicious slice on that, wasn't it?
I have a feeling that Ratchanok is never, ever using the same shot twice in a row from the same spot on the court.
Yeah.
And it's enjoyable to watch.
Nightmare to play against, I should think.
I know Tina Bowen said she hated playing against Ratchanok because she simply couldn't see what was coming.
Yeah, that's a great clear.
11-5.
So a 6-point advantage for the number 6 seed here in the mid-game interval of game number 2. Look at that. Punch clear, played to perfection.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Yeah. Quick coaching by the Thailand coach. Is that? I'm not really able to see. Is that Ingan Sarisu? That's the coach of Ratchanok?
11-5. Play.
She's going to be satisfied, Fanetri, by what she's achieved so far in this tournament, because I don't think we're going to see her tomorrow.
No, and this her first quarter-final of the year. It's amazing that, you know, when I think of how she's done in Super Series events before and the players she's beaten, that she's had to qualify. But of course, you know, when your world ranking drops, then that's what happens.
And we have really, really strong qualifiers here, and that's actually, I think that's good, because that's the whole meaning of this system, that the Premier Series should be the best of the best.
Yeah.
And that you should sort of be forced to play the lower tier tournaments in order to be allowed to participate in these Super Series and Premier Series events where the big prize money is.
Yes, and it is big prize money here. $800,000 US. I believe this is the biggest on the tour, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah.
I think so. Of course, big prize money for badminton. For some other sports, we still have a way to go, but for the last 10 years or so, I think. Been doing quite well.
Yeah. Well, again, Ratchanok just piling on the pressure. 9-5 it was at one stage, 5 straight points. And all points since the mid-game interval. Yeah, that's just, it's just such a delight to watch.
Yeah. I thought it was a little boring winner shot. She could have tried something else. What about a cross drop from that position there? That would have been nice to see. So, who can actually challenge her? Well, the players that are able to put a bit more pressure on with commanding strokes and movement that is really, really good as well. Or players that are really, really quick on their feet and can sort of get a lot back. But the way she's been playing today, Ratchanok, has been amazing.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Service over. 6-16.
Well, run comes to an end after 7 straight points. Yeah. I, like you, can only see one outcome from this match at the moment, but I'm reluctant to... Well, I have just verbalised it. I thought that in the semi-final of the French Open yesterday, Anna Ivanovic at 4-1 up, I could only see one outcome of the opening set there. How wrong I was. One and 5-2.
Service over. 17-6.
That's why we love sport. You just never know, do you?
No.
You don't know what's going to happen next. Landed on the line.
18-6.
Well, it's been a masterclass today from the former world champion, Ratchanok Intanon.
And she's been controlling the drift extremely well because she's played almost a normal, normal, but what we usually see in other tournaments, women's singles game. And that should be, of course, comforting for her going into the World Championships in this arena later on in the year.
Oh, yeah, get up, play on. Oh, look at that clear again. It's almost a Lee Chong-wei walk back to the base position. That's unbelievable. What a backhand to finish the rally. Well, she was in all sorts of trouble earlier on in the rally.
Yeah. It's a shot-making exhibition, this match.
Yeah. Well, the court attendants going to need to come on and mop the perspiration, because she did, what was it? I mean, she seemed to stumble and almost fall over.
Am I wrong, or did she actually had to withdraw from the All England this year?
Who, Ratchanok?
I think she was.
No, she
was carried off court.
She was at 1913. Sun Yu.
In a losing position.
Yeah.
But still. Unfortunate.
Match point opportunities. Only needed the one. What a performance. from Ratchanok Intanon. Absolutely on song today. 21-7, 21-6 in double quick time against the qualifier Lindaweni Fanetri, but it has been delightful to watch Fanetri throughout the tournament, and her
21-7, 21-6.
back to form. 37 minutes for the victory. And 12 of the last 13 points for the former world champion and last year's beaten finalist. Their confirmation of the score, 21-7, 21-6.